Hey everyone, I'm Tanisha. Welcome to the Daily Mahabharata. So today I wanted to share with you all what I love about Hinduism. There are a lot of things, to be honest. It's so funny because 2 years ago I couldn't even imagine myself saying these words because I was not religious, not even close. Like I personally believed that if God existed, he would exist everywhere, in you, in me, in us, and that I wouldn't have to go to a place specifically to meet him or to gain his blessings and stuff like that. So, whenever my mom suggested me that we go to the temple and pray, I would honestly just turn her down, half out of irritation and half out of disbelief, honestly. Then, about a year ago, something changed. I just felt this strange pull to read the Bhagavad Gita. It was so random and honestly kind of weird because I'd never been the type to actually pick up a book and read it. Like, sure, I'd always loved reading about our culture and our past, things that my grandmother would tell me. I mean, you can say I was connected to Hinduism in that sense, but not really. Sure, I'd always loved hearing stories about our culture, like who wouldn't, right? They're insane. But sitting down and actually picking up a book to read about it and be that serious, no, that was not me. Like, I couldn't imagine myself giving so much time and energy to reading a religious book because I'd never been like that. I don't know if that made sense. Anyway, I assumed we'd only have the Sanskrit version of the Bhagavad Gita or maybe the Hindi translation. But turns out my grandmother had a copy that included all the three languages, Sanskrit, Hindi, and English, all in one. It's called Bhagavad Gita as it is by Srila Prabhupada. And guys, I swear that book, it changed my life. Like, if I only had the opportunity to only ever be able to read one book for the rest of my life, it would be that book. But that's for another day. Let's get back to the topic, what I love about Hinduism. So I guess the first thing I love about Hinduism is how inclusive and gentle it is. There's no checklist or there's no one way to be a Hindu, whether you offer flowers or you follow rituals, or whether you sit quietly in a temple and chant a name, whether you believe in a formless Brahman or in 100 deities. It's all valid, and I love that. Like, that kind of acceptance, it's just so rare and I love it. I feel like Hinduism kind of gave me the space to come home and feel at home because, yeah, like I said, there's no one way to be Hindu or like a checklist, and you can take your time to kind of get there, and I love that. The next thing that I love about Hinduism, or the thing you can say that I love the most about Hinduism, is that it allows us to question, which is so needed because how can you just follow one religion blindly without having questions in your mind? And so when I turned to Hinduism, the first book I read was the Bhagavad Gita, obviously, which answered literally all of my questions. And even the doubts that kept building up while I was reading, they were answered later in the book, and I think that was beautiful, and it changed my life, changed everything. Like, even in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjun isn't just sitting quietly and obeying Sri Krishna. He is asking questions, what is this, what is that, and what do we do with this, what is that, what do you mean? And Krishna ji, he answers every single thing with so much grace and so much love and patience. And I kind of realized while reading the Bhagavad Gita that doubt is just a part of my spiritual journey, and that it's really important. You can't just follow one faith blindly. You need to question it, you need to ask questions. The most important thing is if those questions are being answered by whatever religion you follow, and I think I got that from Hinduism. So I feel like doubt being a part of my journey just makes me feel so comforted because I feel like I'm still at the beginning of my journey towards Hinduism. So I don't know, it's really comforting and I feel good about it because every time I doubt myself, I doubt a situation, I'm confused in life, I feel angry, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling however, but I have the Bhagavad Gita by my side, and somehow, I don't know how, but somehow that's everything. Another thing I deeply admire about Hinduism is how it does not shy away from topics that are kind of taboo and that people have made taboo actually. Our scriptures openly talk about emotions and experiences, periods, grief, family, trauma, even topics like incest or profanity, mental health, detachment, surrender, duty. It's all in there. And I love that because I feel like Hinduism does not filter out nature, which is so important and so needed. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, the only text that I would say has captured literally every single human emotion from A to Z is the Mahabharata. Like, there's not one emotion in the entire universe that I felt was not included in that text. I feel like the Mahabharata has every single emotion, every single experience that you could ever imagine. And like, people always say that Ramayana teaches you how to be and Mahabharata teaches you how not to be. But I feel like just watching the Mahabharata, I learned so many things about life, and I think I definitely had more takeaways from Mahabharata than Ramayana. I'm not trying to, this text is superior or that text is superior. They're both beautiful. Another thing I love about Hinduism is how nature is treated as divine. Like, we worship rivers, trees are sacred, we fold hands in front of the rising sun. It's kind of like a constant reminder that God isn't very far away from us. He isn't like a distant figure in the sky. He's here in you, in me, in us, in the rivers, in trees, in air, in fire, in water, in every single thing. He exists, and that is so beautiful. Lastly, I think another thing I love about Hinduism is how open it is. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it kind of gave me the space to open up and to make myself feel at home, feel comfortable with the religion, with spiritualism and everything. I feel like I had the time and space and comfort to finally feel at place. I could take my time. And honestly, this point is not a jab at any other religion, I promise. I am only talking about my experience and how I feel. But Hinduism, I feel like, gave me a lot of comfort in, asking questions, learning so much. And I just love that in Hinduism, whenever you're ready, the path opens up. It's just so comforting. Like, you arrive whenever you arrive, and that's totally fine. Yeah, and again, this is not a jab at any other religion. I'm only here to share my experience. I also saw a video once, I can't remember who said it, but there was a Guruji and he was saying something like, religion is like a banana peel.
I often say religion is like the banana skin and spirituality is the banana.
Spiritual path or something like that. And I don't know, that kind of stays with me, And I feel like the core of every single religion is the spiritual path that it leads you towards, and that's what I believe. So I feel like at the end of the day, spirituality is what unites us, and I love how beautifully Hinduism reminds me of that. So yeah, these are the things that I love about Hinduism, and if I missed anything, there might be a part 2 someday, like, you never know. But I think I've covered everything for now, unless something new opens up. For now, this is the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching and staying with me till the end of the video if you're even watching. I'll try and be regular and post new videos every single week, so if you're interested, do hit that subscribe button, and if you're not interested, I mean, I can't help it. This is how interesting it gets, so